Hey guys, Scuba here. This is the new rod by Kil Song that he sent to me to field test in Hawaii. This is the new BIXOD 10-foot. This was first meant to be a plugging rod, but it can also be used as a surf caster as well. Isn't that great? Hey everybody, I'm back. I've been gone for a while, but I've been cleared to come back, and I even rejoined my bowling league. So this is what I got here. I have my BIXOD surf stick. It's now regarded as a surf caster, but originally it was a plugging rod from Kil Song that he sent to me just before some injuries befell me and my car died. But I'm back again, so I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to show that it's good for surf casting as the original intent, which was plugging. This is a 10-footer, 2-piece, rated for 3/4 to 4 ounce, 10 to 20 pound test line. As you can see, this was a earlier model. It's been I guess fine-tuned since then, but Kil was nice enough to send this to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and start using it. It was originally meant just for plugging, but a lot of surf casters swear by it now, so this is probably the only one in Hawaii. And I figure for a rod like this, I'm gonna use an 8,000. So right here, this is powerful. This 8,000 Azores is rated for 66.2 pounds or 30 kilograms max drag. That's really something. And the bearing count is 6:1, gear ratio 5.4:1, and you want the lower gear ratio for a lot of power like this. This one here is the Rockaway 8,000. Little less on the bearings, 4:1 compared to the 6:1. This one has slightly less max drag. This one here is 35 pounds. So it's a little bit less than that in terms of max drag, but I'm going to go ahead with this one anyway. Even though this one here has a nicer knob because I changed it out for Gomex's, but I'm going to go with this one anyway because everything else seems to check out. Plus, to me, I prefer to pack on the line, and there was some other things like aesthetics, which is kind of small, but I wanted to do more work with the Rockaway as I've done a lot of work with the Azores. So I'm going to go ahead, both have braid. I'm going to change out the braid on this one here. I'm going to put mono instead. Okay, I just used my fish-on spooler that I've been using for many years to spool and strip the line off. So it only took me less than 2 minutes, and I stripped off, I think it was over 300 yards of 50-pound test braid. So I'm going to put on some new line. Okay, for a 6 to 8,000 size reel, I usually go with the 25, which I'm going to do with this one here. See, as you can see, I'm going with 25. Sometimes go 30 if it takes more line because it's thicker line, but in this case it's not going to be for reef. It's going to be for mangrove inshore areas, so I feel a little bit better going with the 25 because I'm only going to have smooth stones to hopefully just mangrove roots. So it's a very simple process with the fish-on spooler. I've done this many times already, as you can see here. And I'll show you the end product. So not a bad amount of line. I'm still using soft steel. I kind of like this line, the braid as well as monofilament. This is 25 pounds. Like I said before, for Bonefish, I either go 25 or 30. Well, this is inshore in a non-reefy area. If I'm going to, I have like for sand flats or mangrove flats, I tend to go with the lighter line, which is 25. For the reefy areas, I go 30, and that should do it. I mean, it's going to take less line than braid, but to me, this would be just as good as the braid because the braid's not going to catch anything in the areas I go to, because I go to areas specific. Well, guys, you saw it for yourself. This is a very simple job to change out your line, and you heard about simple explanations why I wanted to have a little bit more yardage. I'm not going to be fishing the braid in the areas I'm going to go to. That was more for plugging. So now that I'm going to be more surf casting than plugging, I wanted to go with monofilament that resists scratches more. So I went with 25 instead of 30 because I'm going to be more in smoother areas, meaning there'll be more mud flats, more stones over coral. In other words, areas where it's not going to be a rough, jaggedy coral bottom, and I'll be basically targeting jacks and bonefish. So that's why I went with this length setup, because this was sent to me as an experimental rod, which is out already. So and it's been quite successful up in the East Coast area. So you may want to give it a try. They're I don't think they're online yet, but they are advertised on a lot of the shops up there. So I just wanted to send this message out. This would be my new inshore surf casting rig. All right, thank you.